Guys, Jack here. So, Zenkaiger episode 6 has just dropped. I know I said this isn't gonna be a lot, these were gonna come out shorter unless something very plot relevant or interesting happened. But, I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Because I'm gonna cover each episode because one, I really like doing these vlogs, and two, I like going over the Sentai gears. So, our team faces, a trash monster. That's right, it's a recycling episode. Also, an environmental episode. But they're not in your face about it. Also, it's not just because of people are bad. They literally have to face a monster, and the only way to defeat it is to use recycling. I will admit, it is silly, but it's the silly that makes sense in the context of the plot. Now, we also meet an interesting man. I have a theory about him, but I'll save that for my next vlog. Anyway, this really stars Room and Majinu. Yeah, this is basically their episode. As Kaito, Juran, and Gaon are trapped in trash bags. I cannot make this stuff up even if I wanted to, folks. Anyway, we get to see a new Sentai gear, which is based on the 36th Sentai, Tokime Sentai Go Busters. Or, as it's known here in the States, the first Hasbro era Power Ranger series, Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Now, what the Sentai Gears does, now, there are actually 5 Beast Morphers, but it focuses solely on the power of the main 3. That being Red Buster, Blue Buster, and Yellow Buster. Now, their powers originally come from the fact that they have special DNA inside. As kids, they had special DNA placed inside them, which gives them the power of animals. However, there is a downside to this, as they have, well, weaknesses. Red Buster has the power has cheetah powers, which gives him the ability to, well, to run very fast like a cheetah. But unfortunately, he freezes up whenever he sees a chicken. Now, in the context of Beast Morphers, this would make more sense since cheetahs are basically giant cats. Our Red Ranger would freeze up whenever you saw a dog, live or a photo of it. I'm not kidding. Our Blue Buster, which was the oldest of the original trio, sorry, had gorilla DNA, which gave him gorilla-like super strength, because get it, gorillas strong. However, a downside to this is that every time he uses it, his body temperature increases. If the body temperature increases too much, his body will steam out, and he'll go out of control, attacking everyone and everything in sight in a mindless rampage. I find this ironic because he is the smart/scientist person of the group. Anyway, Yellow Buster, who is the youngest of the group. Now, I should also mention, this was also that weakness was actually transferred into the Blue Ranger of Beast Morphers. Now, Yellow Ranger, Yellow Buster, which had rabbit DNA, had the ability to jump and had the ability to jump very high and had rabbit-like agility. The downside is that before every mission, she needs to eat a piece of candy. It doesn't have to. It can be any piece of candy. It can be gumdrops. Heck, one time she even ate a breath mint. If it's candy, it gives her energy. Now, again, this was changed into the context of Beast Morphers, as instead of just being any generic rabbit, it was changed to Jackrabbit DNA. As a result, after she uses too much of her energy, she needs to eat a carrot to recharge herself. Get it? Because carrots? Yeah, so basically this allows them to tap into any powers. However, since it only focuses on the 3 primary Go-Busters, only 3 of them can use it. Majin gained Red Buster's Cheetah Speed, while Baroom gained Blue Buster's Gorilla Strength. Now, I'm going ahead and talk about our preview, because it's an interesting one. Now, in recent magazine scans for Zenkaiger, we saw these purple Sentai gears that are obviously were created by our main antagonists, and we also saw the Zenkaiger, our four robot Zenkaigers in their giant forms, fight past Sentai robots. We learned that a character that we meet, whose name is Stacy, as we learned in the preview, will be our pseudo evil ranger. Because you can't have a Sentai without having some sort of pseudo evil ranger. And as many of the fan bases point out, since we saw his ranger form, he does look like He does look like a steampunk version of Battle Japan, which was the leader of the third Sentai, and technically the first unit to be to be classified as Super Sentai, as it would be a while till Go Ranger and Jaka would be considered that. A Battle Fever. Okay, I lost you there. Anyway, his ranger form is reminiscent of Battle Fever J, which led the third Sentai. Sorry. Sorry guys, I got confused again. Anyway, his evil ranger form is based on the leader of Battle Fever, the third Sentai whose full name escapes me at the moment. Also, specifically Battle Japan. Yeah, I'm not going into Battle Fever J, maybe another time. Also, I finally figured out what Himitsu Power meant, because that was the name of that was the full title Go Ranger. Himitsu Sentai Go Ranger, or Secret Squadron Go Ranger. Yeah, so anyway, he has his own version of the Sentai Gatlinger, and he can summon both evil rangers, evil copies of the rangers, because if I hadn't mentioned this before, I'm sorry. Our main villains have actually conquered worlds that have had Sentai protecting them, which is weird because most of the time Sentai is usually kept in one continuity, so. And can summon their evil mechs. So we finally got some clarification on that. What does this mean? We'll have to wait for episode 7 to find out. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Zenkaiger. Join me next time when we'll get into a hopefully more focused vlog. Well, that's all for now. This is Jack Co saying, see ya.